everybody, welcome back to the craft room. It's a little warm in here. It is actually 90 degrees on my thermometer. Yeah, I have my window open and I have a fan blowing towards me. So hopefully I have a very dangerous setup with my phone right now. And I'm hoping that the fan doesn't catch it just right and knock you guys for a loop. But I am sitting here and I am working on this mess right here. If you can see in that crate, there is a lot of, if I can get the setting back here, it's very tedious. Come on, set straight. Okay, now nobody jiggled this wrong. That is a lot of, it's a lot of mess. There is a lot of mess in that, a lot of unfinished projects, discarded projects, and whatnot. I have already put a couple of skeins of yarn that I was able to roll up. I undid one project. I'm not going to get up and get the yarn because I don't want to bump my thing, but if you've been here for a while, I started a dot dash washcloth. It was a Tunisian washcloth that I was doing the Tunisian, was it Tunisian Simple and Tunisian Pearl, or Tunisian Knit and Tunisian Pearl, I can't remember, but I was using my name with Morse code, which is dot dash, dash dot, dash dot, dot dash, and I was alternating in each row. I decided I didn't want to do that. You really couldn't see it on the material, or the yarn that I was using it with, so I unraveled that and wound all that yarn up on the skein, and I tossed it up on the top shelf of my yarn cabinet. Another project that I have found, I started this a long time ago. This was a loom knit. It was going to be a bag that I incorporated. We get these round rings on our ice cream tubs. They come off real easy. They make perfect little hoops for hanging stuff and whatnot. I was loom knitting with these two yarns. You can't really see this. I don't know what color this is. It has no band, but this is a Red Heart Super Saver White. I was using these two together and loom knitting. I decided I do not want to finish that project, so it is over here for frogging in the future. I also took off the top of that a project that's been living in this bag that I totally forgot about, but it explains where a pair of my circular needles are at. You guys probably remember this, but I do now once I've looked at it. But I started this washcloth pattern. It is a knit washcloth. I don't want to undo my markings here. Not even sure what it's called. Kaleidoscope dishcloth, and it is I'm following this pattern here, and I've actually done quite well. I was using some ice yarn in the colorway gray. Actually, this is cotton light, and it has no color, but it is a light gray color, and I think I'm doing pretty good. Sorry, my light's like right here, so everything's kind of weird tonight. But I'm going to take this with me. I haven't been doing a whole lot of yarn stuff, but that's something that I think I might want to work on. So I'm going to save that. I guess I should tag this frog it or finish it. So we're doing, we're frogging it or we're finishing. But this is definitely one that I want to finish. Digging through this, I did also find some Tunisian crochet squares that I have no clue. I did these a long time ago. I have this one solid that is a kind of a blue. I don't know what color you'd call it, but it's a kind of a, you know, that color blue. This is done in simple Tunisian. And then the rest of these are like with a double-ended hook with two different colors. I believe that one's called like cottage something or other. I don't remember. It's a Red Heart. Dusty Rose Cottage or Cottage Rose or something like that. And then this other side is the same color as this, but these are done with a double-ended hook back and forth, back and forth. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all the same. 5, 6, and 7. So all 8 of these is going here in my bag of squares, my polka dot squares and whatnot that are going to a donation. So there's that. Alright, I had to go answer a message real quick. But that is what I've done so far. I also have this right here. This is part of a Tunisian crochet hat that I did. It's two colors of yellow. It's like a lemon yellow and a... If I had something different here. Is that any better? That is a little better. I'll just turn one of these light bulbs out. This is like a lemon yellow and then like a butter yellow color. And I am in the process of frogging this. I did cut these yarns because I wanted to use the yarns for another project. I think it was it was a knit hat, or whew, you guys about went flying. Let's see if I can plug in my ring light. Alright, that was a little scary, you guys. Ooh, you guys about toppled. There's a fine line between the right spot and not the right spot. Okay. That's not much better. But it's like a butter yellow and like a lemon type yellow. And I am in the process of frogging this. I did use these two yarns for something else. I want to say I did a hat with it or something like that. But these will be frogged for sure. The next thing that I have in here is, oh my, started out as, aha, I cut those so that I could add it to this. This is a Tunisian hat that I started. Looks like I could pick, oh, this is a Tunisian full stitch hat that I started. I might finish this too. I kind of like this one, if I can remember what I was doing. But yeah, I started this. This would have been, of course I don't know what hook I was using because I didn't write notes. So I will probably have to frog this and start over if I wanted to do it. This is using that butter yellow color. And then this is a blue, I love this yarn, Hobby Lobby. This is one of the blue fleck, or whatever you call it. So yeah, I think I might frog this. I will frog this because I don't know what hook I was using because I didn't leave any notes. And here's this big ball of butter yarn and like lemon yellow yarn that I had started with that other hat. So yeah, I will be frogging this, and who knows what I'll be doing with that. So this is another frog project. Here is another Tunisian hat that I started who knows when. It's actually quite a ways. But I was having the issue, oh, it started out was knit. I started knitting on the bottom. Or maybe I did, no, I started out with the Tunisian extended stitch, it looks like, and then started knitting. But yeah, this is, once again, I don't know what size hook I was using on this because it was just wadded up and thrown in this crate that I showed you guys. So I will definitely be frogging this, and who knows what I'll be using with this yarn. This is kind of a, I don't know, call it a salmon color maybe. It's not pink, but it's, I don't know. It's some sort of pink shade. This is some of the Crafter Secret acrylic yarn. This is a, I don't even think they have names on these. If they do, it's small enough that I can't read it. But anyway, this is a lavender color or purple color. This is a Dollar Tree yarn. So I will be frogging this project as well. I think I'll just put all these projects in the bag since I know I'm going to be frogging them. I should be able to frog these, being that it's still toasty warm. It is supposed to cool down this week, so maybe I can make some progress. But this is a frog bag. The next project that is sitting here on top, definitely will be frogging this because I don't plan on finishing it. I started it for somebody and it was like monstrous, so I decided not to do it. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why. Maybe I should finish it. Maybe it'll be just fine. Once again, I don't know what size hook I was using because I didn't make any notations or whatever. So this is a floppy skein. This is a, I love this yarn skein as well. This is kind of a brown color. It's got a little bit of shading to it. but I will be frogging this. This was one of those ribbed hats that I like to do with crochet. I'm guessing I was probably using an eye hook, but I don't know. So it too will go in this frog bag. Frog bag. I like it. That's attached to a project. I know it is. And it goes with this. Oh my. And this is why we are going through this. Which this is attached to this. Which goes with this. And this. And I know that other color is down there somewhere. Oh, it's clear over there. Maybe if I scoot that closer, it wouldn't be so far to reach. Aha. And this. So, all this, which I have, this was the start of a Tunisian crochet, like, dice bag. This was the start of a Tunisian full stitch hat. No, actually, yeah, I don't know what this was. I don't know. This is going to get frogged for sure. I'm not sure what happened here. But all this is tangled up in amongst with this, which this is a start of a Tunisian square using double-ended hooks. So this all goes in the frog bag. And the frog bag is getting full because there's a lot of projects in there, or UFOs. Unfinished UFPs, UFOs, something like that. It's very mysterious. Okay, I added that huge mess to this bag. So here's some more. Oh, this is our grocery store that charges the extra 10% on everything. Yeah, I didn't shop there this week. Yeah, what's this? Lunch platters, ribs, ribs, ribs. Oh, Benny's Pit Barbecue. Wonder where this was at. Gatlinburg. Ah, so this was from our trip when we went to Gatlinburg. This has been a few years ago that we had their takeout menu. The only reason I know is because Gatlinburg was on the receipts. So anyway, that is kind of irrelevant. Here is a pattern for something. What is it? Oh, this is the Anna cowl. Oh, cool. Is this the one I finished? I don't think so. I don't think I finished it, but I do have this. It is a knit project. It's called the Anna cowl. And it came from, I don't know. Well, it's a knitting pattern by Barb Fritz. So I don't know if I downloaded it off of the internet or maybe Ravelry or something. But yeah, I might have to hang on to that. It's got my name on it, so obviously it sounds like I should. I'll put that right there. Then I have this yarn that is attached to, I don't know what. So this yarn here is attached to absolutely nothing. This looks like a baby yarn. So I will be winding this, actually I'm just probably going to throw it up in my yarn cabinet, but this will become a ball of yarn someday. This right here is a Tunisian crochet hat. Maybe it's just regular crochet. I will have to look at it here in just a second. But I'm untangling the yarn. And, well, I guess I'm going to have to try and frog this because... No, it looks like this was just regular half double crochet. It seems like I started this a couple years ago. I think it's a little big for a hat. Providing I can frog this, this is that Bernat Dippity Dots It's really cool yarn. It's got little pom-poms mixed in with it. But I'm going to try and frog this. I may not be able to because I know those little dots can make it difficult to do so. So I'm not putting it in the bag, but I will set it aside with this loom knit project. I have a pair of socks in here. I'm not sure where these socks came from. I believe they came with my kitty cat blanket. I don't know. I'll save these for this winter because I might need them. Something down here. This is a project that is attached to nothing. This is the start of an Addie hat. I was going with blues and grays, or not blues and grays, green and gray, but we had some issues. Addie had some major issues. Addie was dropping stitches, so that's why that was taken off. So these will be frogged. This will be frogged, and obviously there's going to be a bunch of little short strands because I tied each row. But I will save that yarn and put it in my scrap bucket. I found a random, hey, this is one that I fixed. Nope, that's why that's in there. This is one of those Tunisian crochet hooks that broke on me. I fixed it once, and it just kept breaking on me. Not even sure what size it is. It's so wore off I can't even see the size on it anymore. But I think this was the purple one. It is extremely faded. So, yeah. So I just have a regular crochet hook at this point because I'm just going to throw this part away. It's no good. And the crochet hooks are way up there. So for now, I'm going to stick this in my scrap yarn bucket. Then I have this yarn here. This is from, that's interesting, it's faded on here. This was one of those Mary Maxim kits that I got. I believe this is a yak yarn. And it is a scarf, or no, it is a cowl and a mitten kit. So I will put this in the tote that has my other Mary Maxim kit things. That's over there. I have my snowflake Christmas lights. These might work. Yeah, part of them still light up. This one don't have any batteries in it, but they kind of work, but they kind of don't work. So for now, I'm just going to stick them down here on the shelf. This was a hat that I made. This was Tunisian full stitch. I didn't make it big enough, so I guess I will probably just frog this and put the yarn in my scrap bucket. Put that down in the bag. Here is a random skein of yarn. It's already rolled up. I'm just going to put it in my scrap bucket. I had this yarn here. This is like, I don't know, a fingering weight. This is super thin yarn. But I started this Tunisian crochet hat. Actually, it was a Tunisian knit hat. But I think I'm just going to frog it because I'll never finish it. So I'm going to put this in the frog bucket. Let's take that. I'm going to take the hook out. Like I said, I'll never finish it. This is another one of those first Tunisian crochet hooks that I got. Very good starter set. I made a lot of projects with these. But after so long, this one's pretty good because I haven't used it. But after a while, they just come apart. So this, what are my baskets? I don't know what basket is, but for now, I'm going to stick it down here until I find my basket. I'm going to stick this in the bag to frog and roll up. Same thing happened with this. I don't know what this is actually probably baby size. So I might finish that off. I'm sure that would fit a baby. So I might just finish this off and stick it in a donation. Stick that right there. Then I have, oh, this is the start of a balloon dog. You know, where you know how to make the balloon dogs. Yeah, that is just too small for me. So I think I'll just go ahead and frog this project and save the stuffing and the yarn and put it in my scrap bucket. Well, the yarn, not the stuffing. Next thing I have in here is attached to this yarn and this yarn, but as you can see, I'm practically out of the pink yarn. And I have quite a bit of this. This is actually vintage yarn. This is the Wind Knit. I don't know how old this is. I know nothing about this yarn. Lot number is 4183, so does that mean 1983 possibly? But this is a, let's see, what kind of yarn is it? It doesn't say. Fisher Yarns, NYC, so New York City maybe? But it is some sort of vintage knit, or vintage acrylic yarn. I had started this cape, but obviously, like I said, I ran out of this pink color, so I was unable to finish it. I don't know, it'd make like a nice little, I don't know. It's going to be frogged. I'll use the yarns for something else. My bag is already full, so I'll just set it up here for now. Then I have this, which is, there's the yarn for it. I obviously had put two yarns together. And this is another start of an Addy hat. I found this vintage yarn, which I thought was amazing. And I started an Addy hat with this, and I'm sure Addy was dropping stitches. Surely Addy did something to make me upset and yank it off of there. But yeah, this I was starting into the brown after this, so this is definitely going into the Frogget bag. Ooh, here's an empty project bag wrapped up in some yarn. This is an empty project bag. This was actually a win from an arcade many moons ago. Yeah. I'll hang that up over there. Here's those plastic rings I was telling you about that I can get off of our ice cream tubs. But I've got a few of these up in my craft room, but it's not like I'll ever run out of these because, well, I will after we don't have ice cream anymore. But there's that. This, I'm not sure when I started with this, but this is currently attached to this yarn, which is tangled up with this yarn. But yeah, I don't know what this was, but I started something, and this will definitely be frogged and go into my scrap bucket. And then the rest of the items in here are, well, except this one. And I started something with purple and green cotton. I have no clue. Bookmark maybe? But the rest of this in here is already bagged up. Here is, oh, this looks like a Tunisian rug that I had started at one point, or blanket, something like that. So yeah, I'll be frogging this. It had to have been a blanket, it's huge. But I'll be frogging that and adding that to my scrap yarn stuff. I'm going to grab these and start another bag. And then also in this tote, I have a roll of paper towels. Random. I have, what is this? Oh, this is something I don't think you guys have ever seen. This was a gift from a friend who has passed away. Bless her heart. Oh my goodness. I have that little unicorn. I forgot I had these. And then she brought me this shirt. This was shortly after we went to Phoenix the first time, which has been, my goodness, 2018 maybe? But she brought me back this shirt because I was all excited about going on, and I say Route 66, Steve always has to correct me, but she brought me this t-shirt, and it says, America's Dream, Chicago to Los Angeles. I've actually been from, well, I'm going to say Oklahoma City to Flagstaff. That's how far I've gone on the route. And we've also been over here in Joplin. I mean, to Joplin. Maybe a little bit farther-ish. And I guess I've been across Kansas too. But yeah, I got this shirt. This is a very special shirt from a very special friend. Like I said, she's She passed away a couple years ago. What else do I have in here? I think these unicorns might actually be from my sister. I'm not sure. There's this one. I've got one more sitting down in here. These are pretty. I forgot I had these. Wow, what a nice surprise find. So anyway, carefully put these back in here. This is definitely not a frog it or, finish it. But yeah, I got these in this bag, and this is the bag my friend brought my shirt in. Just thank you, have a nice day. So sweet, such a good memory. We'll set that back in there. This has a lot of, what do you call them, Mardi Gras beads, party beads, stuff like that. We got these all out of a, back when we was doing storage units, all this came out of a storage unit. I mean, there's tons of these things. All kinds of them. Lots of different kinds and colors, mostly green and yellow and purple and blue. There is a couple of strands that have big honking peace signs on them, which I think is really cool. Make a nice necklace. So yeah, there's that. I kind of forgot I had those too. That's where the ones that hold back my curtains. I got some of those beads that hold back my curtains. I'll stick that. Aha! Here's a bag that I snagged out of a storage unit. It says peace. And it's a little plastic bag, kind of a, what do you call it, iridescent green color. You can see through it, but yeah, that's cool. I forgot I had that too. The zipper's broke on it. That's why we didn't sell it. Then I have this bag here that has random scrap yarns. Oh, this is probably the other end of that bag, the zipper. I'll stick that in there. But this just has random yarns. They're like baby-sized yarns or fingering weight yarn. And this one I have no clue what kind of yarn it is. But yeah, these are just yarns that I figured I didn't know what to do with. They would be great for putting together with like a worsted weight yarn for making a double thick yarn. I have this big old huge thing of cotton yarn. Then I have this. This is the first sweater that I ever actually disassembled for yarn. This is a red color. It is a cotton blend yarn. I've never done anything with that either yet. And then I think this is cotton yarn. In this. Oh no! Hold on, what is this? Oh, this is my nativity. You guys, if you guys remember, I used to set a nativity up for Christmas. But, here's the baby Jesus piece of my nativity. It's just Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus. But yeah, I'm glad I found that. I had totally lost it and didn't know where it was. But there's also an acrylic piece that has a cross on it as well that's in the bottom of that. So, yeah, so that's what's in this tote. That finishes off what's in there. I guess I will put these donation item bag in there, and then these projects here, I can't stick them in the other bag, so I'm going to stick these back in here, and I will definitely say this tote looks a whole lot better. I will take a picture of it and insert it at the end of this video, because you kind of got a glimpse of it at the beginning of this video. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. I've missed talking to you, but we've been super duper busy, and it's been so hot, I just haven't wanted to do anything. I haven't really done any crocheting. Well, I have a little bit, but not really enough to come on and show you guys what I've done. So thank you guys for watching. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I will see you in my next video.